Smith Jack USMC pocket knife review. This is my current carry knife. You might have seen it dangling off of my belt in some of my other videos. This is a Victorinox, the original Swiss Army knife. And you may not have seen this particular design before. This is fairly new for them. As far as new, I mean by like in the last 2 or 3 years of putting a one-handed opening mechanism on their pocket knives, right? And you heard that click, it had a lock, right? This design, this profile is not new. I had one like this when I was 10, with a lock right here on the side. And I was using it one day and I broke the spring in it. Some of these blades you don't open and open the screwdriver too. It will put too much stress on the spring. But this knife has been redesigned. I've noticed it doesn't have that flaw built into it, right? So anyhow, this is called a Trekker. It's T-R-E-K-K-E-R. Look it up on eBay. Buy yourself one for about $35. It has your standard Victorinox plastic handles, but they seem to be a little bit more rugged than the ones I'm used to seeing, the smooth ones. Now you notice it doesn't have the little cross on the side. It doesn't have tweezers or what's that, toothpick. But you did see this funky looking eagle thing right here. You know what that is? Somebody who's been in a foreign country, Europe, might know that as the German eagle, right? A German military emblem. I'm not sure which particular military group, but this knife was a contract by the German military from Victorinox as an issue knife. That's about all I know about it. I read about it 2 years ago. Always one. Saw it at a gun show. I traded a Spyderco for this, and the guy gave me some cash too. But all right, main blade, one-handed opening, big 4-inch blade. And you can see it's got some serrades right here. You probably can't tell, but the serrades are cut on the opposite side than is typical for these kind of knives. Normally your serrades are cut on the left, and they're usually right here. Here, I want my sound effects again. Your serrades are usually right here. Well, this knife is exactly opposite. It has a straight cut plain edge here, and the serrades are on the last 2/3. All right, and they're not those funky serrades you find on some knives today. They are scalloped, but they're on the right-hand side, which, if anybody knows, this is typically the way you cut. And you put the serrades on the other side. They're just inconvenient. So it's almost like you have to cut towards yourself to make them work right, or be a lefty. I always thought of them as left-handed serrades. Well, I like this. It's like a right-handed serrated blade knife, and it locks. It's good, and it cuts through all kinds of great stuff. All right, flathead screwdriver, locking blade. This is a wire stripper. A fly in my video. Locks in place. It's a good knife, good blade. The Victorinox can opener. Now this is different than your other can openers. You can't just pick your nails with it like you can the others. But these do work. Here's a can opener. Works well. Alright. Next feature on this knife. My favorite. Look at that. Can you see that? This is a knife for a guy who likes to go out in the woods. It really is. That's an awesome saw. First thing I did when I got this knife was take it out and find something to cut with it. With this saw. Yeah, I just sawed a few chunks of wood, you know, dead tree limbs with it. Works really well. It's convenient. It's a nice size. It's not too thick. On the back, Swiss Army knife. Of course, I don't see any use for having a corkscrew. I don't drink wine, and I'm not MacGyver. I'm not going to go digging my corkscrew into a piece of wood and hanging on a trap door somewhere. I saw him do that in one of those TV shows back in the day in the 80s. Good screwdriver. I love these. I've always liked them. Always used it. The Phillips like that. My favorite. I think this is an awesome place to put an awl. I mean, you just dig in, you know? Dig in. Dig in. Or if you're just one of those violent people and you think you can, you know, want to fight with that somehow, I would like to cut your own finger with it, but I don't recommend that. This is great. I love that, right? Hey, nothing else, you can clean the old fingernails out with it, right? Lanyard loop, If you get any shots of me doing anything in the future, you might see this hanging off the old belt, like the, you know, because that's just something new I like to do right now. Maybe in a month I'll do something different. Love this knife. Good knife, carry knife right now. For me, I recommend if you're a victorinox fan, if you like Swiss Army knives, or if you've ever thought about getting one and you just, you know, you're like, I don't know, it doesn't look like it's all that well. Well, it's 440 stainless steel. It's highly polished. They sharpen well. They come razor blade sharp to begin with, and they're easy to maintain. You can throw this down your sink, put some soapy water in it, wash it out with some hot water, open the blades up, pat it dry, put a little 3-in-1 oil on the ends, and it's ready to go. This is like a user-friendly knife. This is made to be used, and it's no big deal to maintain. I mean, it's well made. It's well made for the price. You look at something like that and you think, wow, that's an $80 knife. No, it's a $35 knife, my friends. Affordable, lightweight, you throw in your pocket. Even at 4 inches on a blade, that means this handle's about 4.5 inches. Oops, 5 inches maybe. See, and it's durable. It's good, and you can get the ones that have the fancy cross and the little accessories on the end, right? Tweezers, toothpick. I don't pick my teeth with them, but hey, you can get it if you want it, or you can get one like this, right? Same price. Hoorah, Semper Fi, Smith Jack. I'm out.